Wet Leg is the self-titled debut album of, well, Wet Leg. They're a duo who I first came across at the start of this year because I had a friend and he told me about the song Angelica. And yeah, since then I've been very interested in their music. I finally got round to reviewing it. I did plan to review it at the time it came out, but... So, yeah, this is a really fun, cheeky, enjoyable indie rock album. There's also elements of post-punk, glam rock, folk rock, country rock. There's quite a few different rock genres in there, and they work well for the most part. There's a couple of tracks I'm not in love with. Supermarket doesn't really do it for me, and the one near the start where they sampled David Bowie's The Man Who Sold the World is enjoyable, but it's not quite there for me. But for the most part, I am really enjoying what's here, especially like Angelica, which I mentioned before, Your Mum, Wet Dream. Those are probably my highlights personally. I think they're all really fun. They've got a real punk energy about them as well, even the ones that aren't technically punk tracks. A lot of the material here is about sort of relationships and being in love and things not quite working out. But Wet Leg approached them with a very sort of cheeky one-liner, sort of at times very strange. I mean, Wet Dream in particular is quite odd. It's about jumping on a car and licking the windscreen. It's a bit of an interesting wet dream there. But they approach it in their own sort of unique, sort of wild manner, and it makes it stand out for me, on other albums it may not stand out to me as much and I might not enjoy the album as much. But yeah, this has been nominated for the Mercury Prize, hence why I'll get to it now, because the Mercury Prize is this week. But no, coming back to this album, I still enjoy it quite a lot. It's still a fun album. Seeing these songs live at Primavera was cool, and yeah, I am interested to see what they do next though, because I feel like if they did something similar again, I wouldn't like it as much. I'd like them to do something maybe a little bit different on the next album. But this album is fun, it's enjoyable, it's a good ride, and it's good to see live too. So, you like this? Go see Wet Leg.